And Destructo the Wonder Horse has struck again. There's that tub is pop riveted in there. We got 1 out of 4 left, but I don't even think you could get that thing out of there. Must be some, I suppose if you came up here with it and then dove it out the bottom, I suppose it would fit. But I'm not too worried about it. If I put some self-tappers in there to fix it, they'd probably screw them out with their teeth. There's Revan, the next calving candidate, who's looking slightly prosperous. Maddie's half Jersey. So due to the fact that Tulip, I think Tulip lost it, didn't get bred, because both never paid any attention to her after early last summer. Saw her in raging standing heat, and then after that, nothing. So I think she lost it, but she ain't the world's youngest cow anymore either. But so we're gonna try milking her first calver. She ain't real big, but Jerseys are pretty good at keeping their calf size reasonable, and she's not by no means tiny, so I think we'll start putting her in just because it's probably the easiest. The sheep is gonna have to move, so Revan's got the pig pen. This was a sorghum bale, but coming down the ditch edge, so it's more it's like first cutting ditch grass more than it was sorghum. The sorghum was it's ditch grass with a sorghum cap, so they're kind of picking away at it. They're eating the oats bale over there just as hard as they're eating this bale this time. So the oats moisture was better this year. I'm assaulted by heifers. Yeah, they're a good cow. Good heifer. You can calve next year. Yeah. It might be Ginny's birthday. All right, we'll see if it is or not. But when's Ginny due?
Like the middle of May.
Like the middle of May. Yeah, you like that? I'm gonna calve from the beginning of April till June with 6 calves, except one of them's not bred, so I got potential for 5, and they're gonna be spread over 3 months. Lovely. I don't know if we blame the bull or the fact that the heifers did. I don't mind that the heifers didn't breed till later. It gave them some, except for Revan here, gave them some growing time, so they'll calve a little later. That's a good thing. But I don't know, we'll see. 13 winters I've lived here. This valve has been on the side of the house 13 winters. 43 below, I believe, is the coldest temperature I've had here in 13 winters. Mildest winter of the 13, valve splits. Still shuts off on the seat, so it's fine, but for some reason it broke this winter. I'm running it long enough for Maddie to get she's got the big 14-gallon chicken water. We're moving the big hens to the coop so we can move the little hens to the spot where the big hens stay for the winter, so the sheep can go where the rabbit and the little hens were. Well, by little hens I mean chicks. And that opens up the what we use for the pig pen for a calving stall. For not the hugest calving stall, but Revan's not the hugest cow on the planet anyway. She leads and everything, so we're going to start putting her in there at night so we can keep an eye on her, since she is a first calver. And it's a little sloppy out back yet, so There's my problem. I guess I gotta get a valve. Okay, so I claim I'm only hauling Mr. Pebbles, the speckled Sussex rooster over here. It's all the hauling I'm doing. It's not a bad looking rooster. In this country, their combs always want to freeze, but in that barn with the animals, that's why we put them in there. It's a warm place. The eggs don't freeze, the water don't freeze. Works pretty good. Somehow I got myself shoveling in this barn chicken pen here. I don't know how that happened, but some way or another I inherited it. Alright, all I got's a little bit left there by the door. There, I limed it all up pretty. Maddie can put some shavings and we'll get the rest of the stuff over here. Alright, well, here we go. We got all manner of strange chirping birds in here. I don't know what she got this year. I see they found they have something to get on now. Typical. They'll all be up there. They won't need a light much longer there. Almost fully feathered. And it warms up. Another week, maybe a light on them. Just so they don't get chilly. Well, I think I do a little fencing and maybe put the cows out here by the end of the week. A lot of this is drier than where they're at now, so I could just keep feeding up there. Might be a little bit wet down here. If it dries up and is warm like they say, will be good, but I think I'm gonna shift my alley over there for the summer. I'll disc up this. Where I rutted this up, this is a good opportunity. I'm going to put the potatoes right here. It's good ground, not much rock. But that piece over there that was too wet to get rye in last fall, and this early winter cow lot here, I don't think there's really enough manure for me to scrape up. Maybe I get a couple spreader loads, but once it dries up a little bit, then the cows get out to pasture, I think I'll just run a heavy disc through all of this one time and then get it disced up, and as soon as it's warm enough, I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll throw some sorghum in here, maybe I'll put some millet in here, I don't know. Whatever it'll turn into, half an acre, 3/4 of an acre or something. We'll see if I can get, I still want to get 2 cuttings of sorghum here one way or another. And I don't think I can ever do it following rye. I think I'm going to have to go in, you know, if I had it in, say, by the 10th of June or something. But I just can't get it. It'd be dry enough to plant, but it's never dry enough for me to get the rye off early enough to do that. It's either a cold spring and the rye don't grow, so I'm waiting on that, or it's wet and I can't get it off. So I mean, 2 cropping it behind winter rye and millet or winter rye and sorghum works great, but I still want to try 2 cuttings of sorghum sometime. So this might be the opportunity here. It won't be a great big piece, but we'll see what it does, and it's going to have plenty of manure on it. I'm not going to fertilize it probably with anything else. I'll just see what it does on this manure. And then if I put shift the alley over there against that field, I can leave myself a little gap and I can work on a ditch. The low spot runs from over there, kind of along that where I left it wet right there. And then out by that blown down willow and over here we got to get a little arc of a ditch through there. Not really so much a ditch as just some landscaping. I think at one time there was probably a low spot that they had just worked to let that water from up here get down this way and make it to the drainage ditch. So I'd like to put that back because it would probably help a lot. And then I don't know, I think this piece is just going to get attached to this piece at some point. And when I get the trees stumped out of there, then that little piece over there will get attached to this too. Turn this 3 acres into a little over 4 probably. Alright, well, I think my phone's dying. So, like it, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.